let's start breathing. So, I'm actually thinking wide-kneed child's pose as our opening meditation. If that works for your knees, come onto your hands and knees. Separate your knees, maybe as wide as your yoga mat. If they go wider than your mat, or even if they don't, pad them. It's good to have a blanket or something since we'll be here for a couple of minutes. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. You might want something, a big pillow behind your knees, something you set down on your feet or a bolster so it supports your seat and you don't have to squish down onto your knees. If this is not a position you can be in for up to 3 minutes, then lie on your back and do butterfly instead, feet together, knees open, and put something underneath your thighs to support your knees and hips. So whether you're choosing wide-kneed child's pose or resting butterfly, use this shape to invite the breath, to slow the breath down into your pelvis and low belly. Child's pose, make sure your head is supported. So if it doesn't reach the floor, or if it's not comfortable on the floor, put it on a block, on your piled up hands or fists. Something so your brow point has contact with earth or with something solid, and your neck is a soft, open conduit for your breath. While you focus on your breath, I'll give a few more cues for areas of your body you might need to support in order to truly surrender to the shape. Maybe you need to fold up the back edge of your mat or blanket to make a little roll under your ankles so your feet don't feel strained or fall asleep. Maybe in addition to an extra cushion underneath your seat, or instead of, you put that blanket or pillow over your thighs and rest your belly over it. So I do want your framework to be comfortable enough that your muscles, your tissues, in some places will be appropriately tractioned by the shape, in some places compressed, but in all cases, softening. I'll stay quiet for this last minute so you can focus on you, centering on the breath. Allowing your body to be as you find it. As well as your mind space and emotional space. Keep your neck relaxed as you reach your arms forward. And slowly crawl out to your belly. Take a moment to either rest belly down, head on hands, or roll onto your back for mini shavasana. You can be non-reactive to what you feel in the release of the pose. Observant and curious. If you're not used to doing yin-like practices where the connective tissue is affected in sustained stillness, you might be surprised or even alarmed at the sensations of a release. And that's natural. Allow that sense of recoil, emotional and mental, to be part of the release. Give it space to unwind. Take at least 2 more slow exhales in surrender and let go. Let it be. And if your body is not quite settled into a neutral place, stay until it is. Once you are ready, press down with your hands to crawl your way up to sitting. Knee pile or half knee pile, spinal twist. Right knee crosses over left with the knee resting down, so the back of or the top of the foot or side of the foot's on the earth rather than standing the foot up, if possible. Option full knee pile, tuck the left heel into, both sitting bones on the ground. If neither knee pile feels beneficial at this point in your practice, cross-legged seat. Let's bring right arm across your chest, left arm over right. Inhale, lift the back ribs up. Exhale, twist to your right. Press down with the sides of your feet. Root down through your pubic bone. Inhale, lift the back and side ribs up. Exhale, use the muscles around your waist to continue to twist you, not your jaw. Watch if that's trying to get away. Then release the hands down, left hand to your right knee. With the aid of your hands, maybe there's a little more twist, but please don't grind into your twist. Feel for the soft wringing out around the waist. Take a breath. Exhale, center. Either neck release, bow your head forward, because for some of us, simply hanging the head will change the sensation down the whole back body into hips and hamstrings. Or maybe from there, you bow forward, fold. Plug your tailbone down, pull your low belly in to bring the rest of the spine back up. If your neck is very released, maybe use your hand to prop it on top of spine. Change the cross of your legs. Mirror what you did on side one, half or full knee pile or cross-legged seat. Left arm across your chest, right arm crosses over left. Inhale, lift the back ribs up, lengthen back of spine right through back of neck and crown. Exhale, twist to your left. Take 3 breaths here, using the muscles right around your spine to create the twist of your spine. Inhale to make space between the bones of the spine. Lengthen up. One more breath. Exhale, release your hands, right hand, left knee. And just feel for the ease of the twist rather than pushing. Inhale, center. Exhale, bow your head. Option of forward fold. Initiate down at your tailbone, root down. Draw low belly in off pubic bone and let that roll your spine up sequentially. Head comes up last. In fact, maybe a hand props head up. Let's make our roll. Take your blanket or towel. If it's a yoga blanket, you might find it in the studio like this, then just unfold it once. If you have a fully unfolded blanket, fold it in half and then fold it in half the other way. If you have a bath towel, smaller than a yoga blanket, maybe about the same size, you could probably fold it in half the lengthwise to make it this size. And for those of you guys who have something thinner than yoga blanket, maybe fold it over a third and then another third. These fat yoga blankets, I would just fold it in half. And then from its short edge, roll it up tight. We'll be using this roll for various reasons. The first one is between our thighs for abdominal work. So you can modulate the shape of the size of the roll by unrolling it if necessary. You'll put it in right against your pelvis between your thighs. And legs will be hips width apart for gate opener. Make sure there's enough room wherever you are to straddle. Just enough room. Part 1, let's start with feet on the floor, holding the roll between thighs, hands clasped behind your head and neck. Inhale, press low back flat into the mat. Squeeze roll with thighs, tuck tailbone up. Exhale, curl head and shoulders up, pull navel to spine. Inhale, head and shoulders down. Hold the breath in. Press your low back flat. Squeeze your roll. Exhale, curl the head and shoulders up, pull belly down. Please don't pull on head, neck. Release the head back into your hands. Relax your jaw. Inhale, head and shoulders down. One more like that. Hold the breath in. Press the low back flat. Squeeze roll, tuck tail. Exhale, curl head and shoulders up. Draw navel to spine. Inhale, head and shoulders down. Now you might continue to work just like that. Keep your feet on the floor. Or if legs to the sky feels right for you at this point, straighten your legs. Straight-ish legs. I don't care if the legs straighten all the way, but reach your feet up to the sky and activate them like you're trying to stand tiptoe on the ceiling. Breathe down into low back. Press the low back flat. Squeeze your roll, tuck your tail. Exhale, curl head and shoulders up. Inhale, head and shoulders down. Hold the breath in. Press the low back flat. Squeeze roll, tuck tail. Exhale, curl head and shoulders up. Pull your belly down. Any strain in low back? Keep doing the variation with your feet on the floor. Inhale, head and shoulders down. One more time like that. Hold the breath. Press the low back flat. Squeeze your roll. Exhale, curl head and shoulders up. Tuck tailbone up, pull belly down. Keep the head and shoulders up. Inhale, bring left hand onto the roll. Open your legs into straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Shoulders still off mat. Pressing roll into pelvis, pelvis into roll. Pull your belly down. Inhale, legs together. Hands support head and neck. Exhale, curl tailbone up, squeeze roll, pull belly down. Inhale, bring right hand to roll. Your legs straddle. You can do this with your feet on the floor and open into a butterfly. Exhale, curl pelvis up into roll, press the roll down, pull your belly down. Inhale, tail down, legs together, support your head and neck. Take a breath, press low back flat. Exhale, curl tailbone up, squeeze roll, navel to spine. Inhale, left hand to roll. Open your legs, straddle. Exhale, curl pubic bone and navel. Draw navel to spine. Reach your inner thighs wide, right out the mound of your big toe. Inhale, tail down, legs together, hands massage head and neck. Inhale into low back, squeeze roll, tuck tail. Exhale, curl head and shoulders up. Draw navel to spine. Inhale, right hand to roll. Keep your shoulder, legs straddle. Exhale, curl pelvis up into roll. Hold roll against pelvis. Pull your belly down. Inhale, tail down, legs together. Support head and neck. Breathe into low back. Exhale, squeeze roll. Curl tailbone up. Reach head and shoulders up a little bit more. Pull navel. Inhale, head down, feet down. Take the roll away. And right away, let's roll onto belly. You might find you need to unroll the roll a little bit. Here's how I'm going to try this. If your roll has a little tail hanging off the end, put your pubic bone, your pelvis on the tail, and then have your belly button on the roll. And we'll take a moment in Sphinx. Yeah, Sphinx. Prop up on your elbows, lying with the roll in your belly. And some of you, we've done rolls a few times. You're starting to love the roll. Maybe you just flop your belly onto it. That's fine. Maybe your belly's not ready to flop. Do some gentle massage-like movements, rocking. You can play with tensing your abdominal muscles like you're trying to push the roll out of your belly, and then relaxing your abdomen to receive the roll in. And eventually maybe settle into a place that's still, propped on your elbows. You can be in a formal Sphinx with your hands forward of elbows. For many shoulder issues, it might feel right to hold on to elbows. Or if really any weight bearing on shoulders doesn't feel right to you, hold a big old cushion at your chest so you can rest your chest on it. But I do want your spine extended. Neck is neutral. You can experiment with looking up or hanging head. And then feel for that yin-like let go you cultivated in your opening child's pose. Letting the tissues soften off the bony structure. Even relaxing the glutes themselves. Just a few more breaths here. We'll move into half frog over a roll. So I want you to lower down onto your chest, fold your hands, rest your forehead on your hands. If the roll is poking a lot into your ribs, you can make the roll smaller, or you can experiment with the size of the roll. Smaller is not necessarily easier because sometimes smaller is a more targeted pressure. Once you've got your head down, bend your left knee out to the side, half frog, and rest for a moment. Head on hands. With my microphone, my head's not resting on my hands, so if you see me, don't do what I'm doing. You relax and turn your attention inward. Feel the support of the solid ground underneath you. Breath by breath, how much are you willing to surrender to that support? Three more breaths on the left leg with left leg bent. Breathe into the back bottom ribs. Feel the whole back body, shell of the back body expand. Exhale. Straighten left leg back. Bend right knee out to the side. Maybe it lines up right in line with hip, but if it doesn't come up that high, it doesn't have to. And feel for everything heavy settling back towards the earth. Three more breaths. Even though we're yinning out, use a conscious breath to slowly soak the pelvis. Make space in the joints. Awaken the tissues. So even in outward stillness, you feel the inner dance, the more subtle dance of cells, tissues unwinding, reorganizing. And straighten right leg back and take a moment for both with both legs straight. You can separate your legs wide if there's too much penetration in the low belly. Or maybe at this point you can surrender more to the roll. Take a huge breath into the back body, into low back, back bottom ribs. Exhale, pull your belly in as you press up to all fours. We'll do a couple cat's cows with Uddiyana. You're welcome to be on elbows and knees if hands and knees isn't great for you. I'll talk through the first round. I'll talk through all the rounds. I don't need to do it. Inhale into cow tilt. Drop your belly, spread your ribs. Strong exhale, cat stretch. Empty out completely as you round your spine up and hug your navel to your spine. Hold your breath out. Tuck your chin in and keep holding breath out while you come to neutral tabletop spine, flying the contents of the belly, abdominal muscles up into your flaring rib cage. When you have to breathe, relax your belly. And again, inhale, cow tilt. Expand belly, ribs with breath. Complete exhale, cat stretch. Hold breath out. Keep chin tucked as you come to tabletop spine. And you really don't have to do much. The vacuum in the lung space will suck the abdominals in. But if you can feel for flying the diaphragm up even more, exaggerate that. And then release belly. Huge breath. In for cow tilt. Complete exhale, cat stretch. Keep the breath out. Tuck your chin. Keep your chin tucked. Neutral spine. Drawing the diaphragm way up. Flare the ribs out to the sides and even behind you. And then relax belly. Come down onto elbows for dolphin prelude. Now let's do quarter dog. Dolphin prelude, if you know quarter dog's not good for you. Otherwise, fold the left arm in. So you're resting on left forearm. Right arm extends forward. You might need to walk the knees back out to the sides a bit so you can rest head either right onto the left arm, or you can put it on the earth in front of or behind arm, or put your arm on a folded blanket if that's more beneficial to neck and shoulder. Reach your right arm forward. Spread your fingers wide like you've got a kitty cat paw. Stick your claws down into the yoga mat. Tense your palm. Inhale, pull on your mat to drag right shoulder away from neck. Exhale, relax your right arm completely. Drain the shoulder. Slowly fold the right arm in and extend left arm out. Rest your head either on arm or earth. Reach the left arm far out in front of you. Stick your kitty cat claws into the ground. Inhale, pull shoulder out of ear. Exhale, relax the left arm. Let it hang. Left hand comes under shoulder, right hand comes down to the earth. Press into cat stretch. Lunge, step your right foot forward. We've been on knees a bit. If they want padding, take the time to pad your back knee. Inhale, heart forward. Fingertips stay on earth, or you can put your hands on blocks. Shoulders back. Hips heavy towards front heel. One more breath. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Cobra or low cobra. Inhale, pull your chest forward, hands in front of your shoulders, or they can be with the shoulders, but extend, pull to lengthen out of your low back. Don't push into it, please. Exhale, back into cat stretch or all the way back into downward facing dog. Lunge, left foot forward, back knee down. You have plenty of time to find some padding if knee is sensitive. Fingertips on earth or hands on blocks. Breathe your heart out over your knee, collarbones wide. Exhale, drop sacrum towards front heel. Inhale. Exhale, lower down onto your belly. Cobra, low cobra. Inhale, pull the mat toward you. Traction your chest forward. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog or cat stretch. Lunge, right foot forward, back knee down. Inhale, hands stay on the ground. Come to thigh or reach to sky. Huge breath in. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Modified sun salutes. Optional, come to all fours and do a cat-cow instead of the low cobra. Inhale your chest forward. Exhale, cat stretch or downward dog. Left foot forward, knee down lunge. Inhale, hands can stay down, thigh or sky. Exhale, lower to your belly or return to all fours. Inhale your heart forward. Exhale, cat stretch or downward facing. We'll lunge each leg 3 more times. If you prefer to stay with cat-cows or do your breathing exercise in another shape, do that. Right foot forward because this is a breathing exercise. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, stretch your spine back. Left foot forward, lunge. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale, cat or down dog. Right foot forward. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, lower down or tabletop. Breathe in. Exhale, cat or dog. Left foot. Inhale. Exhale, back. Lower down if you please. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot. Inhale. Exhale, lower or tabletop. Inhale. Exhale. Last side. Left foot forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower or table. Inhale. Exhale. Take a few moments in stillness in your dog, in your child's pose. Maybe rest belly down in a pranam. Open to the beat of your heart and its pace. Open to the raggedness of your breath and watch it smooth out. We'll meet in twisting lunge, right foot forward, back knee down. Left elbow over right thigh. If your body's asking for left hand on floor, that works fine too. Lift and spread the toes of the front foot. Ground the inner and outer heel and the big toe mound. That'll help with balance. As well as fanning out the toenails of the back foot like a rudder. Lunge. Hands down. Some of you will adjust your back knee Back for a wider lunge. You don't have to. Any arm position, hands to thigh, arms to sky. Shiva arms. Turn your palms out. Cross your right behind left and then press palms together. Hands to front thigh. Back your hips up. Tuck your tailbone, sacrum straight down. Tuck your back toes. Inhale. Exhale, straighten back leg crescent. And lift and spread the toes of the front foot so you bring the weight back into your glutes, holding you up, not your knee joint. Optional, interlacing hands behind your back. And as always with the interlace, I do recommend you get your palms together. So when you extend the arms, extend the elbows, your wrists are straight. Twisting crescent or warrior variations. Bring your hands to your heart. Lean forward a bit so you can lengthen your spine as you breathe in. Breathe the back ribs off your sacrum. Exhale, left elbow, right thigh. Option to spin the back heel down into warrior footprint. Or of course, left hand to earth or back knee down are fine options. Pigeon. Hands down. Lower right shin down. Pigeon or deer. Pigeon. Extending the left leg behind you with the knee turned under. You can even pad your knee there. Or maybe you bend left knee out to the side for deer pose. Both knees bent traditionally at 90 degrees. Nice and open. Any variation that gets breath into hips, sleepy pigeon, or maybe you prop your elbows on blocks. That's a nice way to also soften, sink the shoulders. You can use your roll underneath your hips as an extra prop. Find your way onto your belly. Right H to B variations. If you want to rest your forehead on your hands and just do a quad stretch, not just you, but focus on the quad stretch, you are welcome to do that. Option is set up in a sphinx. Bend your right knee, flex your right foot. And for some of you, this is plenty right here. Pinning your pelvis, your pubic bone, tops of thigh bones down into mat. Option to reach back with your right hand on an exhale to catch your flexed ankle. And use your foot to draw shoulder open. Left hand pulls on the mat to keep the heart squared forward. Exhale, lower down. Come back into your sphinx. Curl pubic bone to mat, bend your left knee. Or if you're doing quad stretch, change sides. Option to reach back on and out breath for the left foot with left hand. And some action, that kitty cat paw pulls on the mat to traction you out of your low back. Lower down. Rest here for a couple breaths or complete your vinyasa, which can be your up dog, down dog, or cat's cows. Left foot forward, twisting lunge. The way I do lunge with the back knee down, I keep back knee almost under my hip, not a wide lunge. Almost like 90 degree at both knees. And then hook right elbow across. If you chose a different lunge on first side, you can do that again on this side. And toes were designed for balance. Lift and spread the front toes, fan out the back toes, and then pretend to pull the feet towards each other a little bit to draw everything back to center. Lunge, hands down. For this lunge, some of you will step the right knee back into a wider stance. Hands to thigh, sky, or Shiva arms, palms out, cross left behind right, press the palms, spiral up. Hands to front thigh, back your hips up, tuck your tailbone down, get connected to your glutes. They're going to do all the work in straightening back leg. Hands can stay on thigh or interlace hands with the other thumb on top if you can figure out which one that is. Twisting crescent or warrior, hands to heart. Lean forward to connect to core and inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Right elbow or hand to earth. Warrior footprint or stay with the back heel up crescent. Pigeon, hands down, left shin down. Pigeon or deer, possibly doing the same thing you did on the first side, if the side allows it. I think you guys know pigeon on the back options if knees don't like any of the belly downs. You can unmute yourself if you have questions or need suggestions. But even before that, maybe take a slow breath down into your hip. And see if your own body has the guidance you seek. I guarantee it always does. It's rare or quiet enough to hear it. So I'll be quiet for a moment. And find your way onto your belly. Arms down alongside body. Half boat. Hands and feet will stay on the floor. Backs of hands are on the floor. Palms turned up. Inhale, lift your chest up. You can either relax hands and feet down or even press them down to get a little leverage. Roll your shoulders back. Keep your chin tucked in, but maybe turn your eyes towards your third eye. Look forward without lifting your chin. Breathe into your widening collarbone. Exhale, soften shoulder blades towards the tail. Lower down. Rest your head on your hands or look to the left, rest on your right cheek. One more boat variation. Either do just what we just did, but maybe with palms down this time, or interlace hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your chest. This time, maybe arms and hands, everything lifts up, and feet, Exhale, lower down. Rest here, look to the right on left cheek, or complete your vinyasa. Lizard lunge. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand for a wide stride lunge. Slow your breath. Count to 8 as you inhale and feel the breath get down into pelvis, hips. And then slow exhale for a count of 8, 7, 6. From there, follow your body's guidance. If you want to lower the elbows down, straighten the back leg, hug the knee in or roll it out. Make this pose your own. Pyramid. Press back up to your hands. Bring the right foot between your hands. Straighten the back leg, left foot 2.5, 3 feet behind the right, toes angled out 45 degrees. Hands maybe on blocks. Inhale, lift and lengthen spine. Exhale, fold. Either stay in pyramid or revolved triangle. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Pull the ribs in, breathe the back ribs out. Spine parallel to earth. Right hand to hip. Draw your right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, turn to your right. Left hand might be on block. Shin. Or maybe it reaches all the way to the pinky blade, side of the ground. Option right arm to sky if your right shoulder is open over the left. Whether you're in pyramid or revolved triangle, pin the pinky blade of left foot down. Lift the arch up a little bit like it's a suction cup. That's your balancing, your rudder. Head to ankle prep. Triangles, bring your right hand down. Bend your right knee. Heel to left foot back a little bit further like it's warrior 2. And keep your right knee bent as you walk your hands to the left. Rest on left hand. Right hand to right inner thigh. Inhale. Use your hand to traction thigh bone out over your toes. Exhale. Arc your body away from that right hip like you're trying to look past the left ankle. Then relax your neck. Head to ankle. Bring your hands down. Walk your hands to the right to the inside of right foot again. Left knee down, kind of like lizard, but just like in twisting lunge. Left knee right under hip. Not a wide lunge. Come down onto your left elbow. I'll turn around just not to confuse you, but so maybe you can see what's happening. Right foot forward. Both hands inside the right leg. Left elbow down. Crawl your right shoulder underneath your right leg, behind your calf, to hold the outer ankle. Left hand can hold the right hand. Relax your head, neck. Maybe you stay in a relaxed yin-like shape. Well, not yin-like shape, but a yin-like approach to the shape. Breathing and allowing. Or maybe you actively breathe into the left side open ribs. And on an exhale, pull on your ankle. Head comes a little closer. Pigeon H to B or another pigeon. Right shin down. If you're curious about adding the H to B, I do recommend having a block or your roll, something to prop your hips so they're pretty high and squared. Bend the left knee, flex the left ankle, and just like in the Sphinx shape, you can stay here. Hands on blocks, probably helpful. Or maybe on an exhale, you draw left heel in, staying upright or coming forward. Both are correct. Both feel very different energetically and physically. Three more breaths in whatever variation. You're choosing to be in, not do. Find your way back to downward facing dog. Or if there's a better neutral shape for your body, go there. Left foot steps to the outside of left hand, lizard variation. And before you make anything out of this pose, knee up or knee down, take a slow, investigative breath down into your pelvis and feel what this hip is asking for. Again, resting on elbows, straightening back leg, dropping the left knee open, all our options. Pyramid. Walk your foot between your hands, straighten the back leg for your one-legged hamstring stretch. Either stay in pyramid or inhale, lift and lengthen spine, breathe into the back rib cage. Exhale, draw your left hip back with your hand. Start to spin to the left. Right hand ground block is fantastic. Even if your block is way over to the right, still the pose. Head to ankle prep. Hands down, bend the left knee. Step the right foot back just enough that you can put some weight into the right leg as you walk your hands to the right. Left knee is still bent, right leg straightish. Right hand on earth, left hand to left thigh. Use your hand on your thigh to inhale. Draw the thigh bone out from your hip. Exhale, arc your torso to the right. Relax your neck. Send breath into your opening left hip. Tuck your tail, pull your belly in. Head to ankle. Walk your hands back to the inside of left foot. Lower back knee down, right underneath your hip. Lower down onto the right elbow. Left arm comes underneath your left leg behind your knee to take your outer ankle. Right hand to left hand, relax your neck. Option to breathe into the right side body. And on the exhale, pull on your ankle as if you could tuck your head into it. And crawl on back out for your pigeon variation. Again, maybe you're adding a heel to butt or staying more upright. Then it's a great idea to prop your hips up. And I didn't offer it as a pigeon variation before, but if none of these variations work for you, you can come back into frog belly down. Get your breath and awareness down into your pelvis that way. Find your way back to downward dog. And come on down to your back. Spinal twist. Press your feet down to move your hips, just the hips, over to the right edge of your mat. Then any kind of twist where knees drop to the left. Maybe you twist your root right over left. Maybe you stack your thighs with a roll between your shins. Or straighten the left leg out. And bring your right arm across into fetal curve. Roll onto your back. Press down with your feet to move them over to the left edge of your mat. Then drop your knees to the right. Maybe you can mirror what you did on the first side. The side might ask for a different modification. And come into your resting position. You stayed with your breath and your pelvis this whole time. You've done some deep work. It might be a good time to stay in your rest, let go, let be. If it is time for you to come up, follow your, once again, breathe down into pelvis and let it cue you back up into the world. Namaste.